My name is Daniel, 23 years old, a quiet graphic design student who had always lived more in the world of imagination than reality. To most people, I looked like just another ordinary guy, messy hair, simple clothes, someone who rarely spoke unless spoken to. But deep inside me, there was a secret I had never shared, not even with my girlfriend MIA. MIA was everything I wasn't: confident, ambitious, and beautiful in a way that drew every eye the moment she walked into a room. She was an up-and-coming photographer, someone who lived for her art, and I always admired how fearlessly she followed her passion. When she aimed her camera at something, the world around her seemed to freeze, as if it existed only for her lens. I loved her deeply. But with love came fear, the fear of her knowing the truth about me. Because hidden in the drawers of my closet, buried beneath old textbooks and unused electronics, was a secret collection of things I could never explain to anyone: a pair of delicate high heels, a few dresses I had bought online under fake names, a lipstick that I had never dared to use outside my room. It started years ago, almost accidentally, when curiosity pushed me to try on one of my cousin's skirts during a family gathering. The soft fabric against my skin, the strange but intoxicating mix of shame and thrill, it left a mark I could never erase. Over time, that secret side of me grew, and sometimes at night, when I was sure no one could see, I would slip into those clothes and stare at myself in the mirror. For a few stolen minutes, I felt like someone else, someone freer, more beautiful, more real. But the thought of MIA ever finding out terrified me. She was bold, artistic, and always spoke her mind. What if she thought I was disgusting? What if she left me? That fear kept me in chains. Our apartment was small but cozy. A warm living room with MIA's cameras scattered everywhere, a messy kitchen counter full of coffee mugs, and a bedroom where our two worlds collided, her overflowing rack of clothes and my neatly stacked shelves of art supplies. One rainy evening, MIA came home unusually excited. Her hair was damp from the storm outside, and her camera bag looked heavier than usual. "Daniel," she said breathlessly, dropping the bag onto the couch. "I need a model." I blinked at her, confused. "A model?" "Yes. For my upcoming photo shoot. It's for a big submission. An art magazine is considering my portfolio. I need something striking, something unexpected." Her eyes sparkled as she explained. "I was thinking of a theme about transformation. Identity. Masks we wear. You get it." Her words hit me like lightning. Transformation. Masks. Identity. It was as if she had unknowingly touched the very secret I had been hiding. "That sounds amazing," I managed, trying to keep my voice steady. She grinned. "But here's the problem. I don't have a model available right now. My usual ones are busy. The deadline is close." "So," she leaned closer, her voice playful but serious, "you'll have to do it." My heart stopped. "Me? You want me to be your model?" MIA laughed lightly. "Why not? You've got the height, the structure. Trust me, I can make anyone shine through my camera. You'll just have to let me style you a bit." Her casual words made my stomach twist. Did she know? Did she suspect my secret? Or was this just fate, cornering me in the cruelest but most tempting way possible? I forced a laugh. "MIA, I'm not model material." "Exactly," she shot back, her grin widening. "That's why it'll work. Ordinary guy, extraordinary transformation. Think about it, it's perfect for my theme." I tried to protest, but her excitement was overwhelming. She was already unpacking her bag, pulling out fabrics, props, and even some makeup kits she kept for shoots. My pulse raced as I watched her hands move quickly, decisively, as if she had already made up her mind for both of us. "Come on, Daniel," she said softly, her eyes locking with mine. "Trust me, this will be unforgettable." And in that moment, a dangerous thought crept into my head. Maybe this was my chance. My secret had lived in the shadows for too long. Maybe, under the excuse of being her model, I could finally step into the light, even if only for her camera. But was I ready for that? My hands trembled as she held up a shimmering dress against my body, tilting her head thoughtfully. I wanted to say no. I wanted to back away. But instead, my lips parted with a whisper I couldn't take back. Okay. Her smile widened, brighter than I'd ever seen it. And just like that, I had stepped onto a path I couldn't undo. MIA's fingers lingered on the fabric against my chest, her eyes studying me with an intensity that made my breath catch. Perfect, she murmured. You're going to be stunning. But then her tone shifted, softer, sharper. Daniel, is this really your first time doing something like this? My heart pounded so loud I could barely breathe. How could she know? MIA's question echoed in my mind like a gunshot. Is this really your first time doing something like this? I laughed nervously, hoping it sounded casual. Of course it is. What makes you think otherwise? She tilted her head, her sharp photographer's gaze scanning me as if she could read secrets off my skin. I don't know. Just a feeling. Her lips curved into a knowing smile before she turned away, digging through her bag. Relief and panic crashed together inside me. Did she actually suspect, or was she just teasing? She pulled out a black case and unzipped it with purpose. Inside were brushes, powders, lipsticks, her on-the-go makeup kit. My throat went dry. Sit, she ordered, pointing to the chair near the window where natural light spilled in. I obeyed, my legs trembling. As I sat down, I caught my reflection in the glass, my own nervous eyes staring back, a guy about to become something else. MIA leaned close, her fingers brushing against my jaw as she tilted my face toward the light. Don't fidget. The camera sees everything, she murmured. I swallowed hard, trying to stay still as she began. The first stroke of the brush across my skin sent a shiver down my spine. I had done this myself in secret, clumsy attempts late at night, but feeling her do it was different. Professional. Intimate. Dangerous. You've got great bone structure, she said softly, almost to herself. Strong jaw, high cheekbones. With the right touch, you'll look striking. Her words made my chest tighten. Was she complimenting me as her model, or seeing through to the hidden part of me I had never dared to show? As she worked, layering foundation, contour, shadows, my face began to shift. Piece by piece, she erased Daniel and painted someone new. I watched in the reflection, mesmerized, horrified, and secretly thrilled. Close your eyes, she said. I obeyed, feeling the cool glide of eyeshadow across my lids. Then mascara. Then eyeliner. Each stroke felt like another wall crumbling inside me. When she finally stepped back, she whispered, "Open." I did. The reflection staring back at me was breathtaking. Not flawless, not feminine in a perfect sense, but transformed. My features softened, my eyes deeper, my lips fuller with a subtle red tint. It wasn't Daniel looking back. It was someone else. Someone I had dreamed of, but never dared to meet outside the shadows. MIA studied me silently, her expression unreadable. I couldn't take it anymore. Do I look ridiculous? For a moment, she said nothing. Then slowly, she shook her head. No. You look beautiful. The word struck me harder than anything else she could have said. Beautiful. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to let myself fall into that word. But fear clawed at me. Did she mean it, or was this just part of her art? Before I could ask, she pulled a garment bag onto the bed and unzipped it, revealing a dress unlike anything I had ever seen up close. It shimmered in the light, a deep sapphire blue with delicate straps and a slit running down the side. My throat tightened. MIA, that's perfect for you, she interrupted, lifting it up and holding it against me. The fabric was cool, soft, heavy with meaning. I shook my head. I don't know if I can. You can, she cut me off firmly. And you will. Trust me, Daniel. This is your moment. She pressed the dress into my arms and pointed toward the bathroom. Change. I stood frozen, the weight of the dress in my hands. Every nerve in my body screamed with terror and desire. Did she have any idea what she was asking of me? I forced my legs to move, step by shaky step, into the bathroom. When the door clicked shut behind me, I stared at myself in the mirror, the dress still clutched against my chest. This was it. My chance. my fear, my dream. I slipped off my shirt, my jeans, my old life. Then, with trembling fingers, I slid into the dress. The moment the fabric kissed my skin, everything changed. The cool silk clung to me, hugged me, shaped me. The slit revealed just enough of my leg to make me flush with embarrassment. The straps exposed my shoulders, delicate in a way I had never seen before. I barely recognized myself. But even as I marveled at the reflection, a sickening thought slammed into me. I had left my secret drawer half open in the closet. What if MIA had seen? MIA's voice rang from the other side of the door, soft but sharp. Daniel, why do you already have shoes in my size in the closet? My blood ran cold. The pounding on the door grew louder. Daniel?
Mia?
Come on, I just need a quick favor. Mark's voice carried through the walls, casual but insistent. My entire body shook. The heels wobbled beneath me, my breath coming in ragged gasps. If Mark came inside and saw me like this, there would be no undoing it. MIA's grip on my wrist tightened. Her eyes bore into mine with terrifying calm. Decide, Daniel.
Right now.
Do we let him in? Or do I cover for you? My voice cracked. I didn't know what to say. The knocking came again, harder this time. I can hear you moving around. Just open up already. Panic clawed at my throat. MIA, please don't let him see me. Something flickered in her eyes, a mixture of compassion and something darker. She nodded, then pressed a finger to my lips. Stay here.
Don't move.
She slipped out of the bedroom, her heels clicking softly across the floor. I could hear the chain sliding, the creak of the door opening just enough. Hey, Mark, she said smoothly, her tone casual. Now's not a great time. What do you need? Mark laughed awkwardly.
Sorry.
My sink's leaking again. I was wondering if Daniel could help me out? He's good with tools, right? My stomach lurched. If MIA called me out now, if she even hesitated, Mark might push his way inside. I held my breath, clutching the fabric of the dress like a lifeline. Daniel's busy. MIA replied carefully. Busy. Mark chuckled. What? Hiding from me? MIA's laugh rang out, light and convincing. Something like that. Come on, it'll only take a second. I can come in and grab him. No. MIA's voice cut sharp, stopping him cold.
Sorry.
Not today. There was silence, then the faint sound of Mark muttering before footsteps retreated down the hall. The door clicked shut. Relief hit me so hard my knees nearly buckled. MIA reappeared in the doorway, her arms crossed, her eyes fixed on me. You're safe, she said softly. I exhaled shakily. Thank you, I thought. But you can't hide forever, Daniel. Her tone hardened, slicing through my relief. Tonight, it was just Mark. Tomorrow, it could be someone else. What are you going to do when the whole world knocks on your door? Her words cut deeper than any insult. She was right. I had lived my entire life in shadows, terrified of being seen. I stared at my reflection in the mirror across the room. The dress, the makeup, the trembling figure who looked both like me and not me. I don't know, I whispered. MIA walked closer, her hand brushing down my arm. Then let me help you find out. She reached into her bag again, pulling out something small, wrapped in tissue. She unwrapped it slowly, deliberately, revealing a long, dark wig. My heart stopped. The hair shimmered under the light, glossy and flowing, the final piece of the illusion. She held it up with both hands, her eyes never leaving mine. Daniel, or should I say her? Are you ready to see who you really are? I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. She stepped closer, lifting the wig, her fingers brushing my scalp. But then, just as she lowered it toward me, her phone buzzed loudly on the table. MIA froze, the wig hovering above me. She glanced at the screen, and her face drained of color. I leaned forward, panic rising. What is it? Who is it? MIA's hand shook as she held up the phone. On the glowing screen was a text message that made my blood run cold. The wig slipped from MIA's hands, landing silently on the floor. My entire world tilted. Who else knew? And what would happen if MIA realized the truth wasn't just between us anymore?